a poetry for all nations, a home Metaklayasin. How many languages would it take to empty the heart of Earth's madness, to expose her own dear, strong heart? She needs us all now. This voice cannot wait. Each of us must speak the part of her we know, until the symphony of our voices scores her own and witnesses it. Unless we do this, we perish. Our happiness creates sunshine. The weather shows us the grand effect of our community's consciousness. It's a giant ebbing and a fluid experience of Earth's emotional body. In America, we deny the emotions. They squirt out in spite of us. Children take their parents' weapons to school. They express with the tools they have. If we taught them to cry for release, they could bring pocket knives to school again. Children are the heart of our being. If we harden their innocence, they will kill us for it. Eventually, we must all cry. It's hard to change the weather alone, but two people can live in sunshine as much as they want. I did this series of little postcards, self-portraits. They're different empty pages for all the different locations that I lived in the last 5 years. It's been pretty bleak out there. We are a tribe of medicine people. We are from all races and all continents. We are men and women. Some of us are dogs and horses, birds of prey. Many of us are trees. Some of us have no physical bodies. Gender has little bearing on our medicine. We share our commitment to the truth and to wholeness. Most of us are born since 1950, some of us before. We are a tribe unified beyond time and space in our love. We offer each other rest by our honor and respect of the body. We honor and respect the body by our openness to spirit and our willingness to stay present. We feel the passion and pain of humanity's potential in every cell, every moment, in many dimensions. We are a tribe of medicine people, often unseen and unsung, but with you nonetheless, supporting and encouraging your growth and knowledge of yourself. The strength in you is magnified by your innocence and strips away any inhibition or hesitation in me, opening to you all doorways, all chambers waiting for entry, and my anticipation puddles at my feet. There is no longing in me. There is no desire drawing you to me. This time is ripe for each of us, and no reason for pushing or pulling the energy can find itself. Every moment I wait for sharing with you is savory in its own right, the ripeness of these bodies growing more and more juicy. Your words have been precious to me, gently standing there to meet the energy between us. My gratitude plumps around the strength, the tenderness, authenticity, and playfulness, words radiating around our experience of one another. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having words in our moments. There are many kinds of love, you said, making it okay for me to have said I love you. But I think there is only one love. It is our bodies, our breath, the earth, the easy flow of energy between us. Someone has frightened you with their small box of love around you. My heart and body are full of me. I am overflowing on you. That is love. Someone has frightened you by needing your love to complete themselves. Our bodies communicating effortlessly in an ancient language of passion, the safety of our hearts and minds allowing the spirit and body to lead this dance of union. It's love. Don't be frightened by the past. Let those women go. Free yourself. And roll with me in the waves of love washing through us both, washing us clean of all the love baggage we have worn, attempting to find it, teach it, be it, with people who were too afraid to let go the grip, fearing its loss. In all the fullness, freedom, and safety we can imagine, I love you. Thank you for receiving me and desiring me. Your sensuality drips a miracle on the parchment of my body, absorbing you thoroughly in each breath, gasping your passion, filling you with the spaces where my being waits for someone with the key. Yeah, it was a fun month, man. I was just writing like crazy. This stuff was rolling out.
You had to do the energy somewhere.
Yeah. I have worn these identities for so long, they are stuck in my cheek and nose bones. They have created this space and are stifling it. I have been a teacher of teachers and lamas for so long, it has been my path in choosing myself as my path in this incarnation, leaving the roles behind. Yet still, the resource of me functions for the people, truth or karma, dharma or dysfunction. I cannot be less than I am, and yet where does the balance dance? For me, it is a choice and a play. There is no correct and perfect path. I choose my freedom and explore still. This was a little thing that I kind of like. I want to do something with this. These are Casey's 10 ways to know you've been sucked into the old paradigm.
Listen.
This is just last
Rule
week.
number 1.
Rule number 1. Don't go into a relationship with potential. Potential doesn't count for shit.
Yeah.
How's that for an
Oh,
exclamation
Vera doesn't
point?
know what you're talking, man.
Yeah.
But look how, oh man, Ellie's clear. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Rule number 2. If I'm analyzing the other person, it's codependency. Number 3, you can only manifest in the present. Number 4, relationships are what they are from the beginning.
Yay.
They don't get better or worse. They're it the first day you meet them.
Yay.
Number 5, if I'm telling myself the truth, I know this. Number 6, Chiron moments. Those are the ones where you get the nail holes and you become the scapegoat. Chiron moments happen in the face of denial. 7, when someone grants me my freedom, it's not. Bimmy kept saying to me, I'm trying to figure out how to empower you. That was a big clue.
Yeah.
If someone wants to empower me, they assume I'm not and thereby disempower me. Rule number 9. Women will lead with power into the new paradigm without disempowering men's hearts because they can. And 10, men will support the home and heart without disempowering women's leadership because they can.
Yay.
Yay.
Very good. Thank you. I need to hear that.
How to
Kinda
know
put it
you've
into
been sucked
perspective
into the
just a
old
little
paradigm.
bit.
I think I have one more I want to read and then I'll stop.
No, don't stop.
I think this is all one. We'll see.
Using the digital.
Yeah, it is. I still hated the white man for what he did to the people. I hated his ignorance of his white body so much I refused to recognize this one as my home. I also refused to lower my spirit to his baseness, so I kept mine pure. I opened my heart to all others to prove my love, to live it as an example. I was 38 before my Chinese-spirited white lover reminded me of the joys of my woman's body. His spirit loved his body and kept it safe. He made mine safe, safe from the judgment of my spirit. As my heart opened to him, it opened to my white Northern European descendants. As it opened, I began to find myself unloved, unnurtured by my spirit merger with the history of violence. The people and the abusers had become one another in their shared experience of America's history. We became the whole experience. Now we unravel ourselves to wholeness. It's an inside job, no victims, no perpetrators. We all wear the history as robes of many designs and colors. We all have the tools and the authority to heal our land and its inhabitants. Our feet reach the heart of the earth and our heads touch the mind of God. Our individual wholeness sets the template for the stronger hoop. My people are no longer brown. The white men are no longer white. My Aboriginal roots belong to my spirit in any body. My body is the earth, and I am the mind of God, learning about myself. That one's a new one that goes with that, the voice of the earth stuff that was
I was
relocated.
going to ask you if that was a recent one.
It's
It seemed a little different. than
It's
the
different.
Stuff your other ones.
Yeah, it's very different, and that it's part of that series that's the Earth speaking
Mhm.
about what's happened in North America.
Really, I thought it was a Native Indian at first.
Well,
When you spoke of the white man, like I thought it was.
yeah, well, that's the voice of the Earth. Those people were the Earth, you know, and we are those people. We were the spirits that were in those bodies when that happened. And most of the spirits that are in the Native American bodies are the spirits of the people that came from Northern Europe.
Mm.
Because it's too much to clean that all up and
The spirits
you know,
of
like we
Native
couldn't have done it if
Americans,
we had been.
Are they mad? Are they trying to get back?
That's what I'm saying. We are those spirits. We are the spirits of those Native American ancestors that were murdered by the white man. And the white men that murdered those spirits are the ones who are in the Native American bodies right now.
Oh.
Because it's too much. We couldn't have come in. There are very few of those Native American spirits have come into Native American bodies because we needed to help clear all of that, and it just would have been too much for us to come into these white bodies with the white spirits attached. We couldn't have gotten through it. It's too much. So we're on the joint. We're like doing the buddy system right now.
I've got 3 Indian ancestors in me, and in my past, and only my one uncle and I actually have any feeling towards it, and he doesn't look the least bit Indian. But he's Uncle Lynn, the paraplegic that's still city councilman.
Oh yeah.
Overachiever.
Oh, that's why he's such a
He's-
strong
Oh,
spirit.
he's ridiculous. Oh, he's
Yeah.
been near death so many times, it's ridiculous. And his first comment when he's done, he just came back from death, is usually about things he has to get done. Well, get me back, I gotta go do stuff.
That's how it plays.
I have things to do. I'm not fucking around here. And one of his things is, I don't buy green bananas. He doesn't have time to wait. He's gonna die tomorrow, or
Yeah.
the next day, or the day after, or soon.
That's great.
And he knows he's
That
going
is
to die.
So cool.
And he doesn't have time to wait. So he's a city councilman. He's like, can we get the project completed by Thursday? What? We're going to have a meeting next month about it. No. I want the project finished by Thursday. Well, we can't do that. We need to take bids. Take bids and have them on my desk by noon tomorrow. You know, we're going to have it done by Thursday. The kids need this. And so he's a mover and shaker. And so he's got the whole town thinking differently now.
Yeah.
The whole
Getting them
town's
in
like,
the present
well,
moment.
let's do it. And so he's getting things done. Don't
That's
fuck with
awesome.
Lynn. Yeah. But if you get in a meeting with him, you know he's going to die tomorrow, and he's got shit to do, and
That's so cool.
it's work for him to stay alive.
See,
Every
that's how I think all of us that have these Native American spirits are. It's like once you clear the old thoughts out, once you get the drugs and the toxicity and the weird food out, you got a lot of shit to do, and we don't have much time here. And we're all, I mean, the people who are waking up are on a fast track. We got a lot of shit to do.
I got-
Keiko's go right
Oh,
on
and there are
feet.
napkins here. It's a kind of
Wow.
hot.
That wind is
My
intense.
old paradigm really wants to be heard.
Hey, ice cream.
Yeah, right, it's getting pissed.
And they're hot. So.
But did you make them with love?
I did. I
Awesome.
packed them full of love, so
Awesome.
it wouldn't matter if they had lots of sugar and chemicals in them. Those don't count.
Sugar does cause cancer. You know,
It's totally poison, but these
it
are-
weakens you
I
enough.
transmuted these in their love.
Oh, I know, but sugar will weaken your immune system
Napping.
if you're in a weird state enough to cause cancer. Let cancer come in.
Yeah.
It's not that
Like
it
just
causes
eggs,
cancer;
you know,
it just
flat.
weakens you.
Takes the frequency down. Not a planet, it's your part of fortune. It's the way of being that brings joy and bliss and cash into your life. That's the 6th point of the star. It's kind of cool.
every day till the 10 goes like that.
And you use numerology, right?
No, but Kabbalah's based on.
But you know the 22 stuff?
Some of it.
Your Mars, your way of doing things, your
But I
methodology,
do need to
your
get that
physical
from you.
action
Mhm.
is 22 degrees Taurus, which is manifesting a huge understanding of love and the power of the heart.
Mhm.
It's also very pretty.
It is a beautiful chart. It's so organized.
And I'm so not.
You're very tidy. And your trans Pluto is at 11 degrees as the place that you have to stand to see yourself clearly. So you're helping to transform power systems on the planet in a really dramatic way. And committed to speaking in a totally new and different way about energy, which you definitely do.
Both Siva's a slack-jawed yokel.
It's Cletus.
Oh,
Okay,
the slack-jawed yokel.
do you know your birth date?
October
I mean your
18th.
time?
Yes, October 18th.
Let's see, what's your name?
It's Brian, B-R-I-A-N,
You know the song.
D-H-A-R-D-I.
That was one of the tarot cards I made.
Okay, whoops, I guess.
What's that?
I made tarot cards myself.
You made your
One
own?
of them was Cletus the Slack. And he was naive.
He was naive, he is naive.
But he was.
Okay, now
he
say
had
the date
wisdom.
again.
October 18th,
Yeah.
10,
Country wisdom.
18,
63.
63.
1:35 a.m.
Hi kids, we're eating
I believe
tonight.
it's 1:35.
Come on, deliver.
It's within a
I
couple
mean,
minutes.
calls out like 18 kids and they just come keep
Where?
coming up.
Oh, Hagerstown.
And two of like
Two
three of them were
TRS,
the names of
TOWN.
Demi Moore and Bruce Willis.
RST.
TOWN.
That's a brilliant show.
TRS.
It's such a commentary on like everything.
Yeah, they had some good years.
Maryland. 21740.
What do you say?
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Look at all that chaos in there.
Oh, it's a pretty amount of chaos, though.
You also have a Star of David in your chart.
It's beautiful.
It's a very well placed.
Oh my God, it is.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Damn. That's like perfectly balanced.
Pretty
Pretty
close,
balanced.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. It's pretty though. It's full
Look
of
at all that
chaos, though.
Scorpio. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major Scorpio units and
Sure.
5 major Libra units.
Oh my, I'm gonna hit the trouble.
Oh, look at this. So the place where you have to stand to see your life clearly is my
Okay.
identity. That's why I'm here.
I have to stand in your identity.
No, the
So we have
place,
to write a
the
book
place
together?
where you stand to see yourself clearly and to give your life meaning is the same as my identity. 0 degrees Capricorn. It's a totally new form and structure for
I have to
everything.
be a woman.
No,
You
you
just
have to
have to
have a
hang
new
out with
form and
her.
structure.
You're already a woman.
And because I'm a new form and structure, it matches, and so my presence helps pull you to your place to see yourself clearly.
Wow.
And the way I do relationships is the way your heart works.
Fucked up?
Well, sometimes. I understand what you're doing. I live there. Let's see. And the thing that you, your Chiron, like where the tools that you use to keep heaven and earth connected through your body are very similar to how I take action, to my Mars, how I do things. So that supports you really well too. And your sun and Juno is the wife, the relationship asteroid. And your sun, your identity, and Juno are very close together. So you are a relationship looking for a place to happen.
In every part of my life.
But what's
Right? In every part
yeah,
of my
but
life.
what's funny about this is that lines up with my ascendant, with my my body's presence.
Uh-huh.
That's why the first conversation we had was about all of our relationships. Because we both live there. We have our Libra things about relationship line up, our Scorpio things relationship line up. You and I could talk about relationships for weeks and probably never run out of stuff. to talk
Yeah, and never learn a thing.
I'm doing it exactly the same way. Oh, that's funny.
Little addendum there.
Oh, that's funny. So remember I said that you have, you're part of a very, very small group at a step of evolution that's only April 62 babies and fall of 63 babies. Just like out of all humanity, there are just like a few in those two or 3 months. So you have a huge responsibility to show up big doing what you're doing. Which is helping people, helping them have the experience that relationships are the doorway into transformation. Like what happened here today.
Relationships are, and honestly, that's why I had the Sunday parties. I was trying to create relationships and family amongst everybody. And Stacy will admit, in Nashville, I had this ridiculous collage of incredible people surrounding me that from all over the place that were pretty damn cool. We had our handful of idiots, but here I got more and more.
ELLETTI.
More idiots per square inch. Yeah.
What day?
August 11th, 1975.
That's 8/11/75. What time?
8:22 a.m.
8:22 a.m. Town?
Chicago Heights, Illinois.
Drum roll.
Wow,
Oh, we got another 11.
that's pretty.
Here's a scrambled two.
Says here you're a bedwetter.
You guys both have Chiron in the 8th house. That's a one.
What's that?
A commitment to be in a state of total transformation all the time.
Uh-huh.
So you might as well get used to it
Right.
With each other or with everything else?
with yourselves.
Bless you,
Okay,
bless
so
you.
here's what we were working on today. Your south node, which is the window that you're looking through to look at history, your own history, is at 27 degrees Taurus, which is a high level of mastery. Look at how much interference this is bringing into our energy field to say this. The sneezes are you trying to get the psychic crap out, the astral shit that's trying to come in as I start to say that. Because it's all the history, right? It's all this shit from the past. So a lot of what you were clearing today, I think, was that south node in Taurus, that window to history, all the pain that the heart has received. And your Mars, your physical body and how you do things, is right there with your north node. So your physical body is acting out the history so that you can clear it in this lifetime.
Oh, thank God. Someone's got to clear it.
And so the place you're coming from is the Taurus history, and where you're going is the Scorpio history, which is no fucking bargain. It's hard, stop. Because right now, the North Node is still going through Scorpio. It already hit yours like, last summer you said you were having a hard time. That was when the South Node was going over your North Node.
When I
So the
turned
planet's
27,
history, and it's at 27 degrees too. Oh my God, what a cool
Well, this is my
thing.
Saturn returns. This is where I'm.
Yeah, well, it's also your nodal half return at exactly the same degree as your age, which is when it activates. Oh my gosh. Well, you did really well. You stayed out of bed. You could have been really creamed on that transit.
I threw my bed over a balcony. Got rid of it. It was saturated in pain.
Yeah.
And
Man,
I slept on the floor for months.
yeah, that was a good thing you did that. It would have been way too much.
Instinctively, my body and my mind they work together in that way. Like, I don't know, I can't explain my actions.
Well, that's exactly what this part is that I'm describing. It's like your physical body is tuned to the past.
Mm.
And so you'll feel anything from the past that's coming up and handle it. It's too much to describe. So, if you guys are going to be in relationship, and it seems that you are, he's going to show up being a controller in your world. And you're going to have to do something about it. You're going to have to verbalize it. You're going to have to
Say no.
you're going to have to assert yourself. It's more about you stepping up to the plate than backing him off. And it's your spiritual path to communicate clearly and to the core. And those three things activate together, and they activate from the time you're 25 till you're 28. So,
Well, I'm 20. I turned
You're
20
in it.
this past year. I guess it's not exact. I mean, it was only a few months ago. But I've prolonged a lot of, like, with him. I shunned him away. He's come back, you know. We've been playing this ping pong game.
okay. But he looks like a big relationship to you, so you have to go there.
I know. That's what I mean.
And he gives you examples of how to communicate, so that helps you get on your spiritual path. And you're here to radically shake up the way his identity does relationships. And he's here to shake up how your heart deals with the non-physical energies. And forces your heart to evolve. That powerful thing of the Uranus and Pluto that's over here on his side is sandwiching your heart right in between it. It's forcing you into radical crisis in order to evolve. And if you do relationship her way, it forces you to get on your spiritual path.
That's what I said.
I hold the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know what you mean. I didn't know what doors.
But you
these
also
keys were.
amp up. She amps up your experience of the Earth's energy. And you need to have a big experience of the Earth in order to understand why you're here, so that you can understand what your identity really is about.
I know. On Tuesday, we're probably going to go to the Redwoods.
Yeah, that's a good plan. It needs to be really connected to
I'd
your-
like to get my tire fixed tomorrow and then just take my car, because your Jeep without a top on it on the interstate might be a bit of a problem.
What are you talking about? I have a top.
Oh, you do have a top for that? Hard top? I mean, or soft top, or what is it?
It's a soft top.
It covers the whole, is it? Okay. So it will be warm in there. Excellent. We'll take it. Good. I thought it was without a top.
No, it has everything.
So there's the four of us on the same page.
I'm glad you
We
can
have
read that.
all the bases covered.
I'm
Can you
glad-
see how there aren't any big holes in there?
Yeah, I'm glad
There's
you got
one
all.
down there.
You can read it.
Where there's three, only three.
Right here.
Yeah. What's that one? Uncharted.
That's the place where you show up being the Earth, and Brian brings the picture into focus, and my Chiron has to work like hell to keep up. That describes what the missing piece was today, when we needed those three other people to walk in. I'll bet we find out they've got a lot of Aquarius and Pisces energy
Oh yeah,
in their charts.
that guy's total Pisces.
Al,
No, the other guy.
the West,
Mhm.
Lays the energy of it.
yeah. Yeah, it's the Aquarius that we're
I'm trying to
missing.
think what its birthday is.
Not much Aquarius. This is making my knees hurt. doing
Is
this.
Aquarius a
Yeah.
water sign or an air sign?
It's actually an air sign, even
That's
though
what
it's
I
the
thought.
water bearer.
That's what I feel. There's not water. I'm not really around
Stacy?
water signs. Like my friends, none of them have been Aquarius.
Oh, we need to
or
get our little group back
Aries.
together again.
A lot of
Coming back
Libras.
tomorrow? What little group?
And Pisces.
This little
We're
group.
loaded with Scorpio.
We're together right now. I know, let's stay together.
I think
Move
that's,
here.
is that a good thing?
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's the ability for all of us to go through something like that and go, oh, that was cool. I mean, there are a lot of people who would flip out having to do that.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to have those kind of experiences.
Like what
It's
I
too
got?
scary, it's too painful, it's too radical, it's too dramatic. But Scorpio loves
But
that.
when you go in it with love, like I was reciting love and I'm trying to understand what was coming to me while my eyes were closed. And I went to it with love and understanding
Hey,
and interacted with it and made
You and
friends
I
with it.
each have no less than 7 items in Scorpio in our 2 charts. Each of us has 7 items in Scorpio.
And I did, how many don't?
And you've got 3 in Scorpio, and Stacy's got 3 in Scorpio. So with the 4 of us in the same room, we're going to do things in a really penetrating and deep and dramatic way.
And
We might as well do street theater, you know?
Well, and actually, we ought to.
Uh-huh.
We ought to do
We're
all
all
that.
built to do it.
No, which would be indeed my TV show and stuff.
Yeah.
Stacy is hilarious all the time.
Do you know what? I have been trying to connect with another guy here in LA named Larry Cook, who wants to produce a TV program with my friend Aslan, and she connected me to him. She was part of the Living Tarot that was traveling around. I don't know if you've ever connected with them, but they would go and set up with an audience, and then they had, like the year I saw them, they had like 10 or 15, maybe a dozen actors, and this big giant trunk on stage. They would set up the carpet and a little backdrop, and then they would pull costumes out of this trunk, and a person would come up on the stage and sit down. They'd draw 3 cards. The MC person, who would be the one doing the reading, would, tell the audience about the card, and then lay them down in front. And then the cards would come alive and do the reading directly to the person. So each person, they took turns being the cards, and then
Wow.
they would act and do the reading directly to the person for the audience. So anyway, Larry Cook wants to put together this performance show that's the tarot, but it's similar, the concept is very similar.
Beautiful.
So we should connect with him too.
You see my trunk? Right here.
Yeah,
Full of costumes. See 'em?
cool.
You need a tutu, it's in there. Or a big super jumbo afro wig.
I had a costume shop for 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
So what was your retail shop that you just had?
I had a
for
center in
years?
Idaho that was 6,000 square feet. We had a dance studio, an art studio, a retail store, my office, a healing room, a wood shop. And then I did the physical stuff in another big room. I had this body wrap thing. that taps you into your soul center and does a rebirthing process. It's homeopathically activated at the frequency of gold. And it's got minerals that your body wants. So it's feeding and nurturing the body, doing a major squeeze, getting the toxins out, which puts you through the birth canal again. Pretty awesome process.
Why don't we let Dave and Sheila watch that movie?
What does
they wanna
Angel
watch?
Light do?
Hmm.
You know?
What?
What does Angel Light do? Angel Light stone? Is it crystal or stone?
I don't know. I've never had one.
There's a bed in Topanga Canyon, a little shop filled with all these amazing, odd-looking crystals. And in the back, they